If you've been carrying a weight in your heart that you cannot name, if sadness touches you even in your brightest moments, or if you sense that something is blocking the peace that should be yours, then you need to hear what I am about to tell you. There is a protector who stands between you and every darkness trying to steal your joy, and his name is Saint Michael the Archangel. Brothers and sisters, your presence here right now is no accident. God sees what you've been going through. He knows the battles you've been fighting in silence, and today He wants to bring you relief. So many beautiful souls walk through life feeling drained, as if an invisible hand is holding back their blessings, as if the lightness they once knew has been replaced by a heaviness they cannot shake. You pray, you trust, you keep going, but still, something feels different. What you may not realize is that spiritual attacks are real, that envy from others can create chains around your spirit, and that sometimes we need divine intervention to break free. This is why Saint Michael the Archangel exists in our faith, not just as a symbol, but as a living force of protection for all who call upon him with sincere hearts. The Church has always taught us that Saint Michael is our defender in times of spiritual warfare. When we feel weighed down by sadness we cannot explain, when we sense that our family's peace is being threatened, when we know in our hearts that someone's negative energy is affecting our lives, we can turn to this mighty archangel. He is the one who casts out darkness, who breaks the chains of envy, who restores the peace that the enemy has tried to steal from us. Today, I want to invite you into a moment of deep spiritual healing, a moment where you can release everything that has been burdening your soul and receive the protection that heaven offers you freely. Take a moment right now and say quietly in your heart, "Saint Michael the Archangel, defend me and remove every burden from my life." If you believe in his powerful protection, write in the comments, "Saint Michael, protect me," so that we can unite our prayers as one family in faith. And brothers and sisters, if you feel that God brought you here today for a reason, I invite you to stay close to this community where we lift each other up in prayer every single day, because together we are stronger in the spiritual battle. Now prepare your heart for something truly powerful. We're about to pray together, and I need you to open your soul completely, to release every burden you've been carrying in silence, and to invite Saint Michael into your life with total faith. Take a deep breath, find that quiet place within yourself, and know that right now, in this very moment, heaven is listening to every word, every whisper of your heart. Let us pray together, and as we do, feel the presence of this mighty archangel surrounding you with his protection, breaking every chain of envy, lifting every weight of sadness, and restoring the peace that rightfully belongs to you. Let us begin. Glorious Saint Michael the Archangel, mighty defender of heaven and protector of all those who call upon your holy name, today I come before you with a heart heavy with burdens and a soul yearning for your divine protection. You who conquered Lucifer and cast him down from heaven with the power of God as holy light, I humbly ask you to look upon me with mercy and compassion in this moment of deep need. My spirit has been weighed down by envy that surrounds me, by sadness that invades my thoughts, and by spiritual chains that rob me of the peace Christ promised to all who believe. Powerful Prince of the heavenly armies, you who stand before the throne of the Almighty, wielding your flaming sword against all darkness, I implore you to descend into my life with that same divine authority. The enemy seeks to destroy my joy, to steal my blessings, and to cloud my path with confusion and despair. But I know that where your presence arrives, every shadow must flee, and every demonic force must retreat in terror. Your name alone makes hell tremble, and today I invoke that sacred name with all the faith that remains in my wounded heart, trusting that you hear the desperate cry of this weary soul. Saint Michael, glorious archangel who never abandoned those who sought your intercession, I place myself under your celestial protection. I am weary from carrying weights that are not mine to bear, exhausted from fighting battles that seem to have no end. The envy of others has created invisible walls around my blessings. Sadness has become a constant companion that drains my strength. Spiritual heaviness has dimmed the light that once shone brightly in my soul. I cannot continue this way, beloved Archangel. I need your warrior hand to break these chains and restore the peace that has been stolen from me through the malice and darkness that prowl around, seeking to devour my faith and destroy my hope. Come to my aid, powerful defender, for I can no longer fight alone. Saint Michael, your name means "who is like God," a battle cry that echoed through heaven when Lucifer, blinded by pride, dared to challenge the Almighty. The sacred scriptures tell us that war broke out in heaven, and you, faithful servant of the Most High, led the angelic armies in the greatest battle ever fought. With your flaming sword and the power of divine truth, you cast down the dragon and all his rebellious angels, establishing forever that nothing and no one can stand against God's authority. That same power that defeated the Prince of Darkness is available to me today. For you continue your mission of protecting God's children from every evil force that seeks to destroy what the Lord has lovingly built. The book of Revelation proclaims your victory. Michael and his angels fought against the dragon, and the dragon and his angels fought back. But he was not strong enough, and they lost their place in heaven. This sacred truth fills my heart with hope, knowing that the warrior who conquered Satan himself now stands ready to fight my battles with the same fierce determination and divine power. You are not just a figure from ancient times, beloved Archangel, but a living presence in the spiritual realm, constantly interceding for those who call upon your name with sincere faith and humble hearts, seeking divine protection. Throughout the centuries, countless souls have experienced your miraculous intervention in their darkest hours, when human strength failed and only heaven's help could save them. You appeared to saints and ordinary believers alike, bringing deliverance from danger, healing from affliction, and victory over evil forces that sought to destroy them. The Church venerates you as the supreme protector against the wickedness and snares of the devil, the one who presents the prayers of the faithful before God's throne. Your mission has never ceased, Saint Michael, and today I claim that same protective power over my life. Just as you defended heaven from corruption, defend my heart from the envy that seeks to poison my blessings, my mind from the sadness that wants to steal my joy, and my spirit from every heavy burden that attempts to separate me from God, His perfect peace and abundant grace. Mi corazón confiado te invoca, mighty Archangel, knowing you understand the spiritual battles we face daily in this world. Saint Michael the Archangel, I cry out to you today against the envy that surrounds my life like invisible chains. Jealous eyes have been fixed upon my blessings, my family, my work, and every good thing that God has graciously given me. These envious glances carry a poison that seeks to wither what the Lord has planted, to dim the light that He has kindled. The negativity of envy steals the joy that is my birthright as a child of God. I feel the weight of this malicious energy pressing against my spirit, creating obstacles where there should be open paths and generating conflicts where there should be harmony and peace in every area of my existence. It is a spiritual attack that manifests in my daily life through unexplained setbacks and mysterious opposition. Powerful defender of the faithful, raise your celestial shield around me and everything that belongs to me. Let your flaming sword cut through every envious thought directed toward me, every malicious word spoken behind my back, and every evil intention formed in hearts darkened by jealousy. As the psalmist declared, "No weapon forged against me shall prosper." I claim this promise through your mighty intercession. Create an impenetrable barrier of divine light that repels all negative energy before it can reach me or my loved ones, returning it to its source, transformed by God's mercy, so that even my enemies might find conversion and healing for their wounded souls. Let your protection be like a fortress that cannot be breached, a wall that cannot be scaled by any force of darkness. Glorious Archangel, I ask you to blind the eyes of envy so they cannot see my blessings to covet them. Close the mouths of those who speak curses over my life, and bind the hands of anyone who attempts to harm what God has built in my path. Cover my home with your celestial mantle, surrounding it with angelic warriors who stand guard day and night. Protect my children from envious spirits that seek to corrupt their innocence. Shield my marriage from jealous forces that want to destroy our union, and guard my work from colleagues or competitors who wish for my failure rather than celebrating my success. Let your presence be so powerful around me that envy itself withers and dies before it can take root, leaving only space for genuine love and authentic relationships blessed by heaven. Saint Michael, warrior of light, I come before you carrying a sadness that has taken root deep within my soul. This heaviness has stolen my smile, dimmed my hope, and made each day feel like an insurmountable mountain to climb. The joy that once flowed freely from my heart has been replaced by tears that fall in the silence of the night, by thoughts that spiral into darkness. An emptiness has settled within me that nothing in this world seems able to fill. I know this sadness is not from God, for He promises abundant life, yet I feel trapped in a shadow that refuses to lift, no matter how hard I pray or how desperately I seek relief from this interior anguish. Depression has become an unwelcome companion, a heavy cloak that I cannot seem to remove. Beloved Archangel, you who dwell in the eternal light of heaven, bring that celestial radiance into the darkest corners of my mind and heart. Depression whispers lies about my worth, my future, and God's love for me. It convinces me that this pain will never end, that no one truly understands my struggle, and that I am somehow beyond the reach of divine mercy. But I reject these deceptions in your mighty name, Saint Michael. With your flaming sword, cut through this fog of despair that clouds my vision and prevents me from seeing the beautiful plans God still has for my life, despite every trial and tribulation I have endured. Break the chains of melancholy that bind my spirit and keep me imprisoned in this darkness. I ask you to heal the wounds invisible to human eyes, but deeply felt in my spirit. The disappointments that have broken my heart, the betrayals that shattered my trust, the losses that left empty spaces nothing can seem to fill, and the failures that make me question my own value. Pour the balm of heaven as comfort over these internal injuries, Archangel of mercy. Where there is darkness, bring your light. Where there is despair, plant seeds of hope. Where there is numbness, restore my ability to feel joy again. Lift this heavy blanket of sadness that suffocates my spirit, and clothe me instead with the garment of praise, as Isaiah prophesied, exchanging my spirit of despair for a garment of splendor. Dame tu fuerza, mighty warrior, to rise above this sorrow. Saint Michael the Archangel, I feel the weight of invisible chains that bind my spirit and prevent me from walking freely in the destiny God has prepared for me. These spiritual burdens are not always visible to the physical eye, but their effects are devastatingly real in my daily life. They manifest as exhaustion without explanation, blockages that appear from nowhere, repeated patterns of failure despite my best efforts, and a heaviness that makes even simple tasks feel impossible to complete. I know these are not natural circumstances, but spiritual attacks designed to keep me imprisoned in a cycle of frustration and defeat that grieves my soul and distances me from the abundant life Christ promised. Powerful liberator, With your divine authority, I ask you to break every chain that binds me to past mistakes, toxic relationships, generational curses, and negative spiritual agreements I may have unknowingly entered. Cut with your flaming sword every cord that connects me to people, places, or situations that drain my spiritual energy and distance me from God's perfect will. The enemy has tried to attach weights to my ankles to slow my progress, clouds over my eyes to prevent me from seeing opportunities, and locks on doors that should be wide open for my advancement in every aspect of my existence. But today, through your powerful intercession, I declare that these burdens must be lifted and carried away forever. I declare today, through your mighty intercession, that every spiritual burden must be lifted and carried away. Cleanse my spiritual atmosphere of every demonic oppression, every witchcraft sent against me, and every negative word spoken over my life that has gained power through repetition and agreement. Break every curse, every hex, every evil spell that has been directed toward my person. Renew my inner strength like the eagle as the prophet Isaiah promised to those who wait upon the Lord. Fill the empty spaces left by these departing burdens with the Holy Spirit's presence, divine peace, supernatural joy, and renewed purpose. Let me feel light again, Saint Michael, free to soar in the spiritual realm without these weights that have kept me grounded in defeat for far too long. Saint Michael the Archangel, I lift up my family to you today, placing each member under your powerful celestial protection. My home is my sanctuary, the place where love should flourish and peace should reign. Yet I know that the enemy constantly seeks to infiltrate our family bonds with division, conflict, and discord. Como madre, como esposa, I bring my loved ones to your altar. I see how negative influences try to creep into our relationships, how misunderstandings grow into arguments, and how the devil works tirelessly to separate us from one another and from God's perfect design for families united in faith and unconditional love. My heart breaks when I witness the attacks against the unity we once shared. Glorious Defender, station your angelic warriors at every entrance of my home. Guard our doors so that no evil spirit may cross our threshold. Protect our windows from envious eyes that peer in seeking to covet what we have, and shield our hearts from the arrows of division that the enemy launches to destroy our unity. Make our home a fortress of faith and love. I particularly ask for your special protection over my children, beloved Archangel. Keep them safe from bad friendships that would lead them astray, from addictions that would enslave their bodies and minds, from dangerous decisions that would derail their futures, and from every spiritual attack designed to steal their innocence, their faith, and their divine destiny as children of the Most High God. Cover my marriage with your mantle of protection, Saint Michael. Where there is coldness, reignite the flame of love. Where there is lack of communication, open channels of honest and compassionate dialogue. Where there is temptation to infidelity or betrayal, strengthen our commitment to the sacred vows we made before God and His Church. I also ask for healing in relationships with extended family members where there have been wounds, resentments, or long-standing conflicts. Bring reconciliation where there is estrangement, understanding where there is judgment, and forgiveness where there is bitterness. Let your presence transform our family gatherings from sources of tension into celebrations of the love that binds us together as one body united in Christ. Saint Michael the Archangel, I bring before you my workplace and my financial situation, both areas where I desperately need your divine intervention and protection. In my job, I face envy from colleagues who begrudge my accomplishments, superiors who fail to recognize my efforts, and an atmosphere charged with competition and negativity that exhausts my spirit. I work honestly and diligently, yet obstacles seem to multiply. Opportunities slip through my fingers, and my labor does not produce the fruit it should, according to the seeds I have planted with dedication and integrity throughout the years. It feels as though invisible forces are blocking my professional advancement and stealing the rewards of my hard work. Powerful Archangel, clear the path before me in my professional life. Remove every blockage that prevents my advancement, every envious person who works against my success, and every unjust situation that keeps me trapped in positions beneath my capabilities and potential. Open doors that have remained stubbornly closed despite my qualifications. Lead me to opportunities where my talents will be valued and my work will be justly compensated. Protect me from office gossip, from false accusations, from manipulation and political games that seek to undermine my reputation. Let your shield surround me so that every weapon formed against my career falls powerless to the ground before it can inflict any lasting damage on my professional standing. I also cry out to you regarding my financial struggles, beloved Saint Michael. Debts accumulate like heavy stones upon my shoulders. Bills arrive faster than the money to pay them, and financial anxiety robs my sleep and steals my peace. You know my needs before I speak them, the mouths I must feed, the responsibilities I carry, the legitimate desires of my heart for security and stability. I'm not asking for excessive riches or worldly luxuries, only for enough to live with dignity, to provide for my family, and to be generous with those in greater need than myself. Break the cycle of lack that has imprisoned my finances. Multiply my resources as Jesus multiplied the loaves and fishes, and attract to me honest prosperity that comes through ethical means blessed by heaven. Saint Michael the Archangel, I confess to you that my faith has been tested and shaken by the storms of life. There have been moments when doubt crept into my mind like a thief in the night, whispering questions about God, His goodness, His timing, and whether He truly hears my prayers. The delays in answered prayers, the disappointments that followed my hopes, the silence of heaven during my darkest hours have caused my faith to waver like a candle flame in the wind. I need you to strengthen what remains, to fan into flame the dying embers of trust that still glow within my weary heart. My faith feels so small sometimes, like a mustard seed struggling to grow in rocky soil. Powerful defender of truth, guard my faith against the attacks of the enemy who seeks to steal it through deception and discouragement. The devil works cunningly, sometimes appearing as an angel of light to lead believers astray with false teachings, empty promises, and philosophies that sound wise, but lead away from the narrow path Christ commanded us to walk. Give me supernatural discernment to recognize truth from lies, authentic spirituality from counterfeit experiences, and genuine guidance from misleading voices that claim to speak for God, but serve only confusion and division among His people. In this age of so many competing voices, help me hear clearly the voice of the Good Shepherd. I ask you, glorious Archangel, to deepen my relationship with the Lord. Where my prayer life has grown cold and mechanical, reignite the passion of my first love for God. Where Scripture has become merely words on a page, reveal fresh revelation that speaks directly to my circumstances and transforms my understanding. Where my worship has become routine rather than genuine encounter, restore the awe and wonder I once felt in God's presence. As the Apostle Paul prayed for the Ephesians, I pray that the eyes of my heart may be enlightened to know the hope to which He has called me, the riches of His glorious inheritance, and His incomparably great power available to all who believe. Strengthen my faith until it becomes unshakable, rooted not in favorable circumstances, but in the unchanging character of the God who never fails His children. Ayuda me a creer, powerful protector, even when I cannot see, even when I cannot understand, trusting that His plans are always good and His timing is always perfect. Saint Michael the Archangel, before I continue with my petitions, I must pause to thank you for the countless times you have already intervened in my life, even when I was unaware of your protection. How many accidents did you prevent? How many evil plans against me did you thwart? How many dangers did you redirect before they could reach me or my loved ones? Like the 9 lepers who were healed but never returned to thank Jesus, I do not want to be ungrateful for the miracles you have already worked through your powerful intercession on my behalf. My heart overflows with gratitude when I reflect on how many times you have rescued me from situations I did not even know I was in. I remember that time when everything seemed lost, when the doctors had no more answers and human hope had reached its end, yet mysteriously healing came and life was restored. I recall that moment when my family stood at the edge of destruction, relationships fractured beyond repair, but somehow reconciliation arrived like morning light, dispelling the darkness of our bitter conflicts. I think of that job opportunity that appeared exactly when the bills were piling up and hunger threatened our table, proving once again that you never abandon those who call upon your name with sincere hearts and unwavering trust in divine providence. These moments of grace were not coincidences, but answered prayers carried by your wings to heaviness throne. Thank you, beloved Archangel, for being attentive to my cries, even when my faith wavered and doubts clouded my prayers. Thank you for fighting battles in the spiritual realm that I could not see, but whose effects I have felt in my life. Thank you for your patience with me when I complained about God's timing instead of trusting His perfect plan. Thank you for never giving up on me even when I was ready to give up on myself. Today I stand before you not only as a petitioner seeking new favors, but as a grateful witness of your miraculous power. My testimony of your interventions will be my offering to you, Saint Michael. Gracias, mil gracias, powerful warrior, for being the instrument of God as protection in my life, so that other afflicted hearts might find in you the same comfort, protection, and supernatural assistance that has sustained me through every valley and carried me to victory on every mountain I have climbed by your grace. Saint Michael the Archangel, in this sacred moment, I place my entire life in your sanctified hands. Just as Mary stood at the foot of the cross and received the broken body of her Son with unconditional love, I ask you to receive my pains, my dreams, my deepest longings, and every burden I have carried for far too long. I consecrate my thoughts to you so they may be pure like yours, my words so they may build up rather than tear down, and my actions so they may reflect the holiness you achieved through your complete obedience to God, as will throughout all eternity. Take every part of me and transform it according to the divine design. I surrender totally to your maternal care, trusting that you will know how to carry my petitions to the throne of the Almighty. I no longer want to resolve anything by my own strength, for I recognize my powerlessness before the problems that overwhelm me. My human efforts have proven insufficient, and I need heaven's intervention. Like the centurion in the gospel who confessed, "Lord, I am not worthy that you should enter under my roof, but only say the word, and my servant shall be healed." I acknowledge that just one word from you before Jesus will be enough to resolve what is impossible for me to fix through human effort or earthly wisdom alone. Receive, Saint Michael, this total consecration of my being, my family, my material possessions, my projects, and my future. Everything I place under your powerful patronage, holding nothing back for myself. No reservations, no conditions, no areas of my life kept hidden from your protection. Todo es tuyo, mighty defender. As you surrendered yourself completely to the divine will after witnessing so many trials in the spiritual realm, help me to abandon myself with the same confidence into the hands of God. May this surrender I make today be the beginning of a new chapter in my life, marked by the serenity that comes only from knowing that you have taken my situation into your mighty hands. I am no longer alone in this battle, for the greatest warrior of heaven fights beside me, and with you as my protector, victory is already assured before the fight even begins. My faith rests not in my own abilities, but in your unlimited power to intercede and transform every impossible situation into a testimony of divine glory. Glorious Saint Michael the Archangel, with deep faith and renewed hope, I seal this prayer, trusting completely in your loving intercession. May all the requests, supplications, and promises I have laid at your feet be heard in heaven and produce abundant fruit in my life. Just as the Church venerates you as the intercessor of impossible causes, I trust that you will make possible what seems unattainable to me. With a heart overflowing with hope and gratitude, I bid you farewell until our next encounter in prayer, knowing that you will watch over me in every moment of every day. Your protection surrounds me, your sword defends me, your light guides me. I am safe in your care, powerful Archangel. Amen. Dear brothers and sisters who have joined us in this special prayer to Saint Michael the Archangel, thank you from the depths of my heart for uniting your intentions to this sacred moment of faith and devotion. The power of Saint Michael is extraordinary, and I am absolutely certain that his intercession is already working miracles in your lives right now as you pray these words. Your breakthrough is coming. Your deliverance is at hand. The chains are breaking even as we speak, and the envy, sadness, and spiritual burdens that have weighed you down are being lifted by the mighty hand of this celestial warrior. If this prayer has touched your heart and you feel the presence of God moving in your spirit, please don't keep this blessing to yourself. I invite you to subscribe to our channel right now so you can receive these powerful daily prayers that will continue to strengthen your faith, protect your family, and bring you closer to God through His holy angels and saints. Each prayer is carefully crafted to meet your deepest spiritual needs and to bring heaven's power into your daily life. Do not forget to share this video with those loved ones who may be going through difficult times or facing situations that seem impossible. That family member struggling with depression, that friend battling financial crisis, that neighbor suffering from envy and spiritual attacks. By sharing this prayer, you become an instrument of divine grace, bringing hope and comfort to those who need it most desperately. The blessings we receive from heaven are meant to be multiplied, not hoarded. When you share this video, you are extending that network of faith and love that unites us as a community of believers standing together against the forces of darkness. Your one click could be the answer to someone's desperate prayer, the light in someone's darkest night. Remain in prayer with us and continue watching the next prayer that will appear on your screen to keep feeding your spirit and strengthening your devotion. Saint Michael the Archangel is fighting for you right now. Trust in his power, believe in his intercession, and watch as the impossible becomes possible in your life. God bless you abundantly, and may the protection of Saint Michael surround you always.